Hi, Richard here. As you know, we were in Melbourne earlier this year and we couldn't possibly be in Melbourne without swinging past MPW to say g'day to our mate Adam for another Haltech workshop feature. Mate, how are you? Good to see you again. Yeah. We keep running into each other, but this is the first time I've been here at MPW. It's a huge shop, man. Have you been here long? Or?
We've been in this shop for just on 5 years now. We were over the road for a couple before that. But yeah, we've got 1,000 square metres under roof. You'll see we need it for the amount of stuff we've got on at the moment.
You've got some cars here. You've actually got some cool cars here. Do you want to show me around?
Yeah, check it out. So everyone knows this. This is
yep, no show.
Yeah. So quick rundown was 440 cube, twin turbo, LS Next, built by Powerhouse Engines. Full Haltech sponsored car when the REM was first released. 16 injector deal. Went 780 at 179 in street trim.
What's happening with it now?
Now we've got the covers off. We've got a few things in the pipeline.
So knowing you, it'll be a break the internet surprise.
It's going to be a bit of a surprise, I think. I don't think anyone's going to be expecting what Luke and I have got in store for it.
Can't wait to see it, mate.
Yeah.
So let's go over this one. So we saw this one at MotorX and we had a bit of a chat with Nathan about it there, but dude, it's so cool to see it up on the hoist. It's so clean underneath.
Yeah, Nathan took this and just got the trim finished and the paint finished up in Sydney, and then has brought it back for us to do a nut and bolt check over, just make sure everything's all right, everything's tight. We've put a base tune into the car already and spent a little bit of dyno time on it, which it made 1,200 horsepower at the tyres on 20 pounder boost. It's got a Haltech Elite 2500T in this, dual wideband and kind of EGTs, the normal thing that we put into a combo like this. So yeah, as I say, it's literally just come off a trailer. Nathan went for a drive when he come here the other night and got rather excited. And now we've just chucked it up to start checking over the car again.
Very cool. So mate, tell me, what's the 4x4 doing here?
We do a few of these things. This is a turbo 4.8 litre petrol. Yeah, water to air intercooler, Elite 2000. On 35-inch muddies, it makes around 270 real kilowatts, flex fuel. Yeah, the boys absolutely love them up in the bush.
Sounds like it'll be a fun ride.
Yeah, well, it's only an hour and a half from here, and you've got some pretty good hill climbs and bush driving.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, we do a fair few of these.
So mate, give me a bit of rundown on this VK.
This is Eugene's VK Calais. This is probably a typical story for us. This come to us as a basic build. When I say basic, it was LS turbo, refractory ECU, that kind of gear. And then the longer Eugene looked into it and decided what he wanted to do, he actually ended up purchasing this engine out of Luke's car. This went 870, in Luke's VH. It's got a Haltech Elite 2500 in it. It's got wideband. It's a really, really cool, clean car, this.
This is super clean. I love the engine bay and the turbos are hidden.
Yeah, turbos are hidden down the bottom. We've done a lot of fab work on this car. So chassis connectors, 9-inch. It's got a factory tub with a split in it so we can get a 275 Pro underneath it. Fuel system, obviously built the whole thing. So Eugene just wanted everything neat, clean and tidy, but functional.
It's a lovely car, man.
He drives it everywhere.
Awesome.
It's quiet when it's running. It drives like a very well put together VK.
So speaking of VKs,
yeah,
yours is on the dyno.
Yep.
We go and have a look?
No stress.
So Allshow's on the dyno here. Of course, we caught up with you at Summer Nats and had a chat about Allshow.
Yep.
Much changed since then?
Not at all. Haven't had to.
Good.
We broke the C-pillars in the car. Just got really bad tyre shake, and where the factory VKs are actually through, welded through, we cracked them at Drag Challenge, and we all know how bad Drag Challenge was this year and the rain and everything else, and it just started bubbling with a bit of rust in through the cracks. Chooker and the boys from Corporate Auto Body took it, completely replaced the C-pillars for us and everything a week ago, and had it painted the day before MotorX, and we just got it there.
So dyno tuning's a big part of your business, but it's not the only thing you do?
No, it's not. No. We do everything here from your general servicing and maintenance of vehicles all the way up to custom fabrication from rear ends, diff housings, your four-link setups to tubs, cages, manifold setups, basically all the fabrication as well. We don't do paint, we don't do trim. We pretty much cater for everything else.
So all the mechanical sort of stuff.
Exactly right,
Yeah.
exactly right.
And this is your car?
Yes.
But if a customer came in and wanted something like this is what they'd get?
Yeah, so Nathan Borg's VL that we just looked at before was based on this car. It's got the same running gear as what this car has in it. It's got the same setup in the rear end as what we're running in this. It's got the same K-frame. Those things are fairly generic across the board. We mix it up to customers. They don't want the same car as everybody else. So we get input off the customer on how they want their intercoolers to come through, how they want their radiators to sit, how they want their pipes to look and all that kind of gear. So we're doing another Walkinshaw version of it, as we said, and those pipes are going low down in the bay because he doesn't want them high, he doesn't want that look. The Plasma Man intake and the intercooler and everything will remain the same, but everything around it will be different.
So let's go look at the walkie.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, mate, this doesn't look much like a walkie to me.
No, there's not many people as insane as Nathan Borg that would actually cut up a genuine HDT. Don't know if we mentioned before, but his is a genuine HDT LE.
Yeah, we talked about that at Motor X. We were pretty surprised.
And obviously mine's a replica as well. This will be a replica of a walkie, but this is the lengths that we have to go to reproduce that vehicle.
Mate, it's a pretty big job. What's your turnaround time on something like this typically?
Something like this is about a 12-month build. By the time the fab's done and everything, and Trent Blaney, who owns this car, he's actually a very good painter, so he's going to be taking care of the body on it. But we need to get to the stage where we've got all the fabrication from your rear end sorted to all the engine bay cut out and shaved and welded up to his tubs, cage, chassis connectors, everything else, so he can then take it and get it in primer, paint the engine bay, sort it all out for us, comes back, then has the fit out done of the car before he walks the front end on and finishes the paintwork.
Of course, that's a 12-month build while you're doing 12 other cars at the same time.
100%, 100%. So this is another one, as we were saying before, that people can change their minds and go from one extreme to another. General build time for a full car is about 12 months. This has been here 4 years. The reason this has been here 4 years is Jesse originally bought it from Sydney, bought it down, engine was shot, had oil leaks, etc. It was a 355 single turbo running an E6 GMX, and we rebuilt the engine, rebuilt the 355, redid all of the turbo system in the car, had it on the dyno, had it finished up, ready to go, and went to upgrade to a Platinum Sport 2000. So in the process of switching the ECU, Jesse ended up deciding to sell that 355 Power Glide and single turbo setup that we had done in the car that was just on completion, and he went LS1.
Because, well, LS is what you're known for, really, isn't it?
It is. We do a lot of different things here, but LS is definitely what we're known for, which is what Jesse picked up on as well, and it turned from a standard LS1 with a small turbo to a couple of small turbos to a 403 cube LS9, Plasma Man intake, full Plasma Man intercooler, 2 big Turbonetics billet turbos on it, full trim with leather floor, 6-point cage, tubs, big Simmons, obviously 22-inch Simmons, full respray, and we're now chasing top 60 at Summernats.
Wow, so it's going to be a very serious bit of kit.
It will be a very, very serious car. As we said, the process before, we've done the fit out of this car, we've done the fab work, it's just come back from paint, from having the engine bay done. It got here a couple of days ago. Over the next few weeks, we're in the process of fitting everything back into this car, wiring it up, having it so it's turnkey. Then it'll go back to the paint shop to have all the outside done, be put back together. Then it goes to trim and has all of the trim done, comes back here for the final fitments, final tunes, everything else to get it ready to go to Summernats to go top 60.
Wow. Well, man, I'm so impressed with everything that you do here at MPW. Thank you so much for showing me through and showing me all the cool cars. I'm sure I'll see you around soon.
Thanks for taking the time and actually coming down. It's good to work with a supplier that actually cares where their product's heading up and what kind of people are using it as well. So from our point of view, we can't ask for more.
Well, that's another Haltech workshop feature here at MPW. Remember, if you've got a workshop and you're doing some cool stuff with Haltech, we'd love to hear from you. Just flick us an email or contact us through our website. Until next time, I'm Richard. Catch you later.